This is so embarrassing, y'all. Look at this. This is Terry, by the way, y'all. This is Terry. This is, you see this foolishness? This is who Shakina Thompson unalived Kayla Hodges over. This is who. This is the man. Like, girl, you threw your life away for this man? Was there no one left on the earth? And you said it's gonna be the one right here. Girl, that's embarrassing.
Rych Babes, have you ever had a story so chilling that it makes you question how far someone will go for love that was never theirs? This is one of those stories about an ex who couldn't let go and how obsession turned deadly, okay? Hey, Rych Babes, it's Robyn Milan, and welcome back to the channel where we do it the rich way, girl. We think rich, get rich, and stay rich. Now, today, girl, this is part of the spooky October vibes, and y'all, we about to get right into this story because this is so crazy. All right, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, and I'll be back shortly.
A man will always be the downfall of a woman. Every woman I know that's ever lost everything is because of a man. To fly from New York to Florida, to confront a woman about a man, to take that woman's life, to forfeit your life, and for that man to still be free to go date and move around.
Over 2 hours of testifying in her own defense, Shakina Thompson told jurors she was jealous of the relationship her boyfriend had with the victim, Kayla Hodgson.
A little, I guess you could say, jealous and insecure.
Thompson admitted to flying from New York to Tamarack in July of 2022, in part to confront Hodgson about the relationship, hoping to convince the other woman to stop. This video shows Thompson showing up unexpectedly at Hodgson's Tamarack apartment at 4 o'clock in the morning. When Hodgson let her in, Thompson says a conversation about their love triangle quickly turned sour. Thompson says Hodgson hit her over the head with a hookah.
She just starts grabbing my hair and punching me, and I'm on the floor. I'm kicking. I'm trying to get up to fight back at this point because now it's a fight.
Thompson was 2 months pregnant at the time. She told the jury she had no choice but to grab something sharp and defend herself. Thompson testified that when she thought Hodgson was dead, she tried to clean up parts of the crime scene with Lysol wipes and paper towels. Thompson told jurors she went to Hodgson's apartment uninvited to talk woman to woman about dating the same man. Thompson claims Hodgson attacked her.
Punching me.
Punching you where?
My face.
Where on your face? Point to it for us.
I don't remember, but everywhere
You
on my face.
don't remember where she was punching you in your face?
In my face.
I mean, this is why you...
No.
Right?
No.
It's not?
No.
You fighting you?
No, because she took the glass from the hookah and slashed me across my stomach.
Thompson says she was 2 months pregnant at the time. She says Hodgson cut her stomach with a piece of glass. Thompson grabbed the glass and then blacked out. She allegedly awoke to Hodgson dead on the floor. Gruesome autopsy photos of Hodgson's body show she was stabbed dozens of times.
I wasn't really walking over the blood, I was walking in the blood.
You walked in the blood?
Yes.
With what shoes?
The BB shoes. I changed my shoes.
Thompson admitted to changing into the victim's clothes, cleaning up some of the crime scene, and being too scared to call police. She also threw evidence in the trash.
No, she's getting close enough because my jacket was cut up.
Okay, your jacket was cut up?
My jacket was cut up.
Okay, and what'd you do with that jacket?
Threw it away.
In the months leading up to the killing, Thompson admitted to getting upset when Hodgson blocked her on social media. The state says she was upset enough to kill.
You wrote her on IG, and she, in fact, ignored your message initially, correct?
Correct.
And that made you angry?
Correct.
She went to the girl apartment that her boyfriend was messing with, put on her clothes, and walked out. 31-year-old Shakina Thompson, 23-year-old Kayla Hodgson, y'all. Over a piece of man, and she got dressed. She packed a bag, flew to the girl state, went to the girl apartment around 4 a.m. Supposedly got into a fight with her and put on her clothes and left. Mind y'all, clean the scene. I forgot that, clean the scene. Mind y'all, on the apartment footage, the girl got on her whole outfit, head to toe, then sat up here and played self-defense. Sat up here defending herself in a trial. Are you stupid? Not gonna y'all. About a man. All this is about a man, y'all. Girl was 23 years young and got a 31-year-old insecure, ugly. She don't even have to be ugly on the outside, ugly in the spirit. Because what? I'm irritated, but at least she was found guilty. Because what?
The Sakina situation would show you that women that idolize relationships with men deserve to be with that man. And you want to be careful. I found myself in a physical altercation last year with the side chick of my ex-husband. It got to the point where I was being disrespected, and at the time, you know, when I was just confronting a friend, the side chick decided she wanted to run up and get in my face and pop her mouth, and so it ended up getting a little physical at the time. And so it was more spiritual for me because I was on the fast and I was building my relationship with Christ. I'm not gonna lie, like that situation really did kind of put a wedge between my relationship with God, because I'm like, God, like I was mad. I was like, how did you allow this to happen? Like I prayed that something would never happen like this. But back to the story, it goes to show you that people that idolize relationships and idolize men will go to any extent to have that said person. The fact that you have to literally fight someone or hurt someone just to keep someone is diabolical, because now you ain't gonna have him and she out the picture. That sounds very stupid to me. And I feel like as a woman, you having respect for yourself is gracefully walking away. I can honestly say for a year and a half of my marriage, I did not respect myself. I did not respect myself because I was comfortably being a side chick to my husband because I was waiting on God to do whatever. And that man got his own free will. But the moment that I began to love myself a lot much more, I understood that, for one, I don't really love you like that. I'm really just attached to you. But not only that, I'm worth more. And so a lot of things and a lot of situations like this happen because women don't love themselves enough. Women don't simply love themselves enough. And when I tell you, over the past year, I've had to do the work on myself and really look in the mirror and tell myself like how beautiful I am, that I don't deserve to be treated in a certain kind of way. That's why when I take this makeup off at the end of the day, I still feel like a beautiful woman. When I look at myself in the mirror, although, you know, I'm not all the way there with my shape and how I want to be and how I aspire to be, I truly love me. And if I truly love me, I promise you, no other man can make me feel beneath than where I am at this very moment. Do you get what I'm saying? So with that being said, women just really have to learn how to love themselves and even learn how to walk away from the men that they know they don't need to be with. It's crazy out here, and we must respect ourselves much more, because if you don't respect yourself and if you don't love yourself, you can't expect a man to do it either. And if you're not careful, baby, some days the man won't be with her, he gonna be with you, and he gonna go get another one.
Babes, when you hear a story like this, it's easy to focus on the drama, the trip, the confirmation, the tragedy. But underneath all of that is something darker, right? Something deeper, something psychological. When love turns into obsession, it stops being about the person and starts being more about control. It's not about wanting them, it's about not wanting to lose. And that's where it gets dangerous, because in the beginning, obsession feels like passion. It feels like fighting for what's yours, but slowly it turns into anxiety. It turns into proving something that no longer exists. When someone starts centering their worth around who stayed or who left, they stop living and they start performing. Everything becomes about the chase, the competition, and the revenge. And at that point, you're not protecting your heart. You're trying to protect your ego, okay? That's why women end up fighting each other over a man who would never do the same for them. It's not about love anymore. It's about power, fear, and losing identity. And the scariest part, once a person crosses that line, they don't even realize how far they've fallen until it's way too late, okay? Lord, let's get back into this.
And that is why I do not fool with male-centered women. That woman traveled across state lines to go and take the life of another female over a dude. Hold on right quick. I want to go to Google and see how many men are left on the planet. Google says there are 3.97 billion men in the world. That was as of 2021. I don't know if the numbers have dropped yet, or maybe they wrote. And according to Google, 166.1 million dudes are in the United States of America. This is to say, never ever could it and should it ever get that serious. Her name is Sakina Thompson, and she unalived her ex-boyfriend's current girlfriend, Kayla Hodgson. Miss Ma'am took a flight from New York to Tamarack, claiming that she came there to confront the woman about the dude. Obviously, common sense tells you that no, she came over there to take that woman's life. But she came to the woman's apartment at 4 a.m. in the morning, and Kayla let her in. Ladies, don't you ever let a female come into your apartment talking about she want to talk about a dude. You should never be alone with somebody who has a mutual interest in the form of a man. She came over there wearing all black and a face mask. She had every intention on taking that woman's life. I've had male-centered female friends before, and let me tell you something, when God gave me the way of escape, I got up out of it. Typically, my way of escape would be the man talking about me, because dudes like that, they don't like women who have confidence at all. So they'd immediately start complaining about me to the female. In one particular case, I had a friend that was getting ready to have an event, and she did not even invite me to the event. And I kept asking her, why? You keep telling everybody about the event in my face, but you have yet to invite me. And even standing in my face, she wouldn't invite me. Why? Because her dude was coming and he didn't like me. Our relationship didn't last a month after that. Those type of women would do anything to be with a man, especially if they have a man that they're idolizing. They'll do anything, and I do mean anything, to be with that man. They will annihilate or eliminate anybody they feel that is in the way of what they believe to be their happiness. This is why the Bible tells us to love God with all of our heart, mind, and soul, and to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. God also says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. When you don't follow those principles, you fall into the trap of idolatry. Consequently, you won't love God, which means you'll easily sin against him, and you won't love yourself. And because you're deficit in love, you'll believe that any man, especially a narcissistic man, has the capacity and ability to love you, to give you the love that you don't have. So you'll do anything to be with that man. I'm talking about even putting your own kids at danger. I know women that have put their children at risk simply because they had a man that they were idolized, and they wanted to prove themselves to that man. That woman traveled across country and used a knife to take the life of another woman. All the same, let me warn you this. I don't know the story between this guy, but some dudes will sit there and they will allow their ex-girlfriends to know who their current girlfriends are, because they want to see a fight. They want women to fight over them because they have low self-esteem and big ego. Don't you ever play tug of war over no dude. Chase after God. I'm talking about chase God with everything that you are.
Well, that was fast. Guilty of first-degree murder. The jury wrapped this one up real quick, and my jaw did stay in place because this is Sakina Thompson, and she's, well, not the brightest bulb. She found out that Kayla Hodges was talking to the same man that she's talking to. She tried to reach out to Kayla, but Kayla blocked her because, ma'am, I don't know you. It's not that deep. You really can have them. But no, Sakina didn't just pull up to Kayla's house. She booked a flight from New York to Florida to talk woman to woman. And yes, she claimed self-defense. Sakina, this might be the very definition of premeditated, baby. You had so many chances to calm down. When you were on your computer comparing flight prices from New York to Florida, you could have calmed down. When you drove to the airport, you could have calmed down. When you were in that TSA line, you could have calmed down. When you sat in the middle seat next to babies coughing and screaming and crying, you could have calmed down. When you landed, you could have calmed down. When you were booking that lift, you could have turned around at any point. One different decision could have changed your life and could have saved Kayla's life, right? But instead, Kayla is gone. A mother lost their child, and you too, Sakina, because you gave birth while you were in prison. So you have also now lost a relationship with your child. That's two families shattered over someone who couldn't calm down and control themselves.
So when I got cheated on, the girl knew about me. She knew about my family. She knew about my child. She knew about everything. Like, she even seen pictures of me. Like, the girl not only knew about me and knew we was together. There was never a thought in my head, though, that I wanted this girl to ever be unalived. So to see the comments that y'all are making about this Sakina Thompson case and how, oh, well, the girl Kayla shouldn't have been messing with her man, things happen. Yes, things do happen. When we're doing things outside of God, we do have to deal with the consequences. That is very much true. But no one deserves to be unalived for messing with someone else's man or someone else's woman, period, point blank. I do not condone cheating, and I have never been a cheater in my life, and I don't like it. But I've never had a thought of having someone unalive because they was knowingly messing with my man. I just don't see that. I don't see that in my spirit. I don't see that. I don't see. It's not lining up. So it's making me look at y'all sideways. Like, what you mean? So what y'all gonna do if y'all get cheated on? Are y'all telling me that y'all are gonna unalive someone because you got cheated on? I'm really trying to understand. But see, I don't have time for that. I don't even want to know. You know what? Don't even answer the question. But y'all word. Like, y'all very, very word. Y'all word. The comments are word.
All right, guys, I managed to find Kayla's IG page. Rest in peace, Kayla. This was just so unfortunate. If you look at her IG page, she was all about travel, enjoying her life, having fun, you know, living up to her best life. But look at her bio. It says, God got me. This is just so sad. Rest in peace, girl. What's so crazy about this case is both of these women are very beautiful. And for some reason, Shekinah, who is the person who unalived Kayla, was also beautiful. So it's like, You know, girl, you could have got any man you want, like literally, and you was messing with Terry funky self.
Well, only on 6 more than 3 years after investigators say that a woman flew down to Fort Lauderdale to ex-boyfriend's lover, a jury found her guilty of murder. NBC6's Nico Clemens is live in Fort Lauderdale tonight with more. Nico, we're hearing from the victim's family.
Yeah, Juwan, and one family member described the last 3 years as torture. But today was the day they all hoped for.
State of Florida versus Sakina Thompson.
A burden lifted.
We, the jury, find as follows as the defendant in this case. The defendant is guilty of murder in the first degree.
Guilty is what this family has waited to hear for more than 3 years.
We finally have some justice for Kayla.
Prosecutors argued Thompson surprised Hodgson at her Tamarack apartment, confronted her about the two of them dating the same man, and then stabbed her to death. Hodgson's family cried tears of joy in the courtroom Tuesday. They hugged each other tight because a guilty verdict is what they prayed for.
We're so thankful in this moment that the jury was able to see the story for what it is, that Kayla did not deserve to die the way that she did.
Defense attorneys insist Thompson didn't start the fight. They say Hodgson hit Thompson first and cut her stomach with a piece of glass. When Thompson took the stand earlier in the week, she admitted she killed Hodgson because her life was in danger and she was pregnant.
She thought, oh God, she's coming for me and my baby. That's when she grabs the glass and then she blacks out.
After the murder, Thompson admitted she changed into the victim's clothes, cleaned up some of the scene, and that she was too scared to call police. She also threw evidence in the trash. A life taken too soon. Years later, the family says they got justice.
And the moment I heard guilty, it was what we all needed for closure in this moment to move forward, to start our healing process. It's been a long 3.5 years.
So next, of course, is sentencing. Thompson could spend the rest of her life in prison. We will see. In Fort Lauderdale, Nico Clemens, NBC6 News.
All right, my love. So stories like this always make you pause because behind every headline, behind every viral clip is a deeper question. Did love turn into this? See, real love doesn't destroy you. It develops you. But when love becomes attachment, it becomes survival. And survival energy will have you fighting ghosts that only exist in your head. When someone walks away, it activates something primal in the ego. That voice that says, I have to prove that I'm good enough. I have to make them regret leaving. I can't let them win. What? But the truth is, there's no competition where you're aligned with peace. There's no race when you've already outgrown the finish line. The ex in this story didn't just lose a relationship. She lost herself in the aftermath. She let pain become her identity. And when pain takes the driver's seat, it doesn't care who it runs over, even if it's you. This is why emotional regulation is the real soft life. Because no luxury, no glow up, no manifestation can stick if you cannot control your inner chaos, girl. Get them emotions in check. All right, we're not fighting over no nigga. Like, that shit is played the fuck out for real. Every woman, okay, has a moment where heartbreak tries to make her act out of character. Okay, that moment where you want to prove a point instead of walking away in silence. But that's the test. That's where power is either lost or earned. Okay, power isn't about controlling anyone else. It's about, controlling the story you tell yourself after someone leaves. Like, you can say, hey, they abandoned me, or you can say, look, they freed me for real. Like, one keeps you stuck in the cycle and the other puts you back in the alignment with purpose. And And the truth is this: a woman who has peace cannot be provoked. A woman who has healed cannot chase chaos. And a woman who knows her worth doesn't compete for someone who already showed her what side they're on. And that's what makes this story so tragic. It's not just about what happened, but how many other women have been so close to that edge. I mean, come on, y'all, let's be honest. Like, listen, the dick will do it to you, okay? How many have begged or overextended or fought to prove that they mattered, not realizing that every time you fought for attention, you're losing attraction? It's haunting, isn't it? Like how love can turn into the very thing that drains life from you, slowly, silently, until you forget who you were before them. All right, I've seen it in so many women. We've heard the stories. But that's why I always tell my rich babes, your glow up isn't revenge, it's recovery. It's reclaiming the version of you that existed before pain destroyed your reflection. Because no man, no situation, no betrayal is worth your peace, girl. Your peace is your prize, and the moment you realize that, you stop chasing, competing, and or explaining. You simply just rise, girl. And I mean, to catch a whole flight, girl, you could have just went on a vacation and just cleared your mind. Like, you knew what you came over there for. And I heard people in the comments, they was like, well, why would she open the door? This and that. I mean, it's been so many scenarios. I heard she already had the key. But now this man is sitting up here engaged to a whole new woman. So now you got one woman who didn't even deserve any of that stuff. She ignored the whole thing. And she did not know that someone like that was knocking on her door, okay, to pretty much like attack her at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. What? And on top of that, she's 10 years younger than a girl. Like, listen, we all know these men love these girls young. And that's what I'm saying. Like, at the age of 30 and up, like, come on now. Like, you got to get real with yourself, for real. Like, you got to get real with yourself. Like, you can't let these men be out here taking your whole life for a moment because you got to bruise the ego, girl. Like, let's get real, okay? So when you hear stories like this, don't just say, oh, wow, that's crazy. Say, this is a reminder that I need. Because obsession doesn't start with a plane ticket. It starts with a thought that you don't correct. It starts with the moment that you forget that walking away is the most powerful move a woman can make. The real glow up is when you can let go without needing closure. When you can wish them well and mean it. Like, all right, girl, all right, you got it. Thank you. When you stop replaying old memories because you're too busy creating new ones. You don't need to chase what you attract naturally. And you don't need to prove your value to someone who was never capable of seeing it. So, rich babes, protect your peace the way that you protect your privacy. Because once you lose control of your emotions, you hand your power over to someone who never earned it. Don't let heartbreak rewrite your character, okay? Let it redefine it. Because the real definition of divine feminine energy, okay, is being able to feel deeply but move wisely. And that separates a reaction from a rebirth. And sorry to the baby that she got in her stomach. Lord, now she about to be pregnant in jail. Listen, child, tell me what y'all think in these comments. Listen, I'm about to open my doors to my rich babes to finally gain their freedom. I'm so excited, girl. Join my email list at richmilanco.com. The link is down in the description box below. In the next few weeks, I'm about to change everything for the woman who is ready to think rich, get rich, and stay rich, girl. Okay, we got less than 80 days left until 2026, and I'm so excited. Also, make sure that you grab your $1 martini ebook that exact sales psychology strategy that help hundreds of rich babes make their first sale and gain confidence. I'll see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. Until next time, rich babes, stay rich. Love you.